Hi everybody, and I hope you're having a good day. So I just wanted to make a quick video just to vent a little bit about why I can't seem to get anything done at the moment, and why none of the deadlines that I put in place, however lax they happen to be, however realistic they happen to be when I put them in place, they never seem to reach fruition. And one of the reasons for this, for example, if we take the Side 3 loader that I've been working on since July 2021. I knew it was obviously going to be a long project, and I really overestimated the how quickly I could get a beta out so that everybody can get their hands on it. I know everybody is anxious to get their hands on it, and they will do soon enough. Now, about a week and a half ago, I wrote on the Atari forum that I would try and get the beta done at the end of this week. And that actually seemed like a pretty realistic target. And obviously the reason I don't want to just release the thing, there's a certain threshold of robustness, I would say, that I want to reach. Obviously when I'm developing the thing, I'm pressing all the right buttons, I know exactly what to choose. But at some point somebody's going to press all the wrong buttons and choose all the wrong menu options in the wrong context. And I don't want the thing to fall apart. That anybody who develops software knows that you have to go through that process of user-proofing, human-proofing the software, even if it topically works, which it does. There's a lot more to add in terms of just getting the thing basically robust enough so that it will survive human interaction. And I think it would be a waste of time if I put the beta out and people are coming back saying A, B and C didn't work properly, it broke, I was able to crash the thing, when I already know that it's going to crash in those situations because I hadn't even invested the time in properly user-proofing the user interface, if you like. So that didn't seem to me to be a very efficient use of anybody's time, so I wanted to spend the time not only getting things basically working, which they do, but adding that little extra level of polish so that when we're testing the software, we're testing it for real bugs, you know, a corrupted fat file chain or something, you know, something real, something that we couldn't really foresee just in the confines of me alone testing the thing. So that's the whole purpose of what I want to try and do. And I think I was pretty much on track with that on Friday last week. In fact, a friend of mine, Frankie, came around because he wanted a jumper moved on his Gotek in his Atari STE. So he sent me an email on Friday, and I was busy working on the loader at the time, and I told him to pop round, and I did the work on the machine, and we had a bit of a chat. And that was great. And then I popped round to a friend's house on Friday night, and when I got back from my friend's house on Friday night, my wife Deborah had finished her shift at Sainsbury's, where she works around the corner, and she told me that while she was on the shift, she was informed that she had yet another investigation meeting the following day on the Saturday, and I was immediately incensed, not at her, but because this is the latest in an unbelievably long line of problems that she's had with that company. I won't go into tremendous detail about it, but it's just an incessant, or seemingly incessant, process of investigations, accusations, disciplinaries, which can go on for weeks, and they're almost invariably overturned, and anything that isn't overturned was arguably caused by the level of stress she's been put under by the previous thing, if she did end up making a mistake. You would not believe that the simple act of exchanging money for goods in a shop could attract such an unbelievable amount of litigation opportunity. I used to work in HR years ago, not in a topical sense, in an HR department where we were recruiting staff, etc. And I also have a friend who's a retired HR consultant. although I didn't know a great deal about HR and employment law before, thanks to my wife working for Sainsbury's, I do now. I've had to, and so I've been able to, I'm fortunate, and she's fortunate, that I'm able to turn my hand to the correspondence on her behalf, and a lot of the complicated employment legislation stuff, which is necessary to argue with these completely ridiculous sagas that come up every time they seek to sanction her for something. And at the end of last year, at the end of 2021, we had possibly the most ridiculous one yet. A colleague who has actually left the company now.
Well, imagine my shock.
Under circumstances that we were not really sure what happened there. It was actually somebody that we both knew and got along with well, made an allegation about my wife, a conduct allegation, and she was actually suspended for three weeks. And obviously I had to draw up a grievance. Deborah had all the meetings, and it actually took about 6 or 7 weeks to actually get the disciplinary phase. It was no further action because the thing never happened. The person made it up completely. And then we had the grievance phase to sort out, and that was actually resolved, although it's been appealed, just before Christmas. So that whole saga went on from the beginning of November to basically the end of December. And that was in the month immediately following my father's funeral. He died in the middle of September, and we were already trying to sort out the house and his estate. And my mother, who's in care home, which she went into earlier last year because my dad, when he was alive, wasn't able to maintain the house properly and let the place fall to pieces completely, so she ended up, after an accident, going into residential care on a temporary basis, but she's still there now, so we're trying to sort that out as well. So for the entirety of 2021, we had a mixture of my mother being in and out of care all the time, and these problems with Deborah's work. We had problems at the beginning of the year, and obviously we had problems at the end of the year, and then we've had the Christmas holidays and the New Year, and January comes along, and she's got yet another disciplinary as of last weekend. So that's what she told me when I came home on Friday. And I couldn't believe it. And of course I went immediately into HR mode and I spent the entirety of Sunday. We spent a lot of time talking about it on Saturday. I spent the entire day of Sunday writing emails, drawing up various letters, researching stuff, talking to my friend Peter about what the best thing to do in this case was, and a lot of Monday as well. Now here we are on Tuesday night, and I've done nothing on what I was working on Friday night, or before I went out, since. And I've got to try and adjust and move myself back into the headspace I was in when I was working on the loader. Jakob from Retro Lemon sent me this the other last week, because I mentioned Ultra Satan in the video I did about the ST, and I said I was going to buy one, and he very, very kindly sent one up so that I could feature it in a video and review it. And of course I didn't want to do the Ultra Satan video, and I'm going to go through partitioning the card and everything on the ST. I didn't really want to do that one straight on the back of a previous 2 videos about STs. I was going to do a video about the loader, the beta for the loader, and then do the ST, the Ultra Satan video. So Jakob, I'm still going to do the Ultra Satan video, but it's going to be a bit later than I suggested it might be, because for the reasons that I've just mentioned. So I want to do a video about the side loader, and then I want to do the Ultra Satan loader, but I don't know when that's going to happen, because I need to do work on the side loader first before I can release the beta and make a video that coincides with that, ideally. So, basically what I'm kind of saying is it's a little bit difficult to get anything done at the moment in the time frame that I might have imagined. because I kind of had things all balanced out and planned. Working on my mother's situation, working on the solicitor situation with the probate, etc. The previous grievance, Sainsbury's was out of the way. At Christmas, everything looked reasonably manageable, although it's still intimidating the amount of stuff that's got to be done. I've got to find the deeds for the house, mother's house. I've got to find her birth certificate, her marriage certificate. I don't know where they are. The house is a mess up there. I'm going to have to go and have a look. Going to have spend some time on that tomorrow, maybe, go up to the house. It's kind of fortunate that I've got absolutely no work in at the moment. This does have the slight drawback that I'm not actually earning any money, aside from anything that I get from license fees for software. I'm not sure where I would find the time to do any actual paying work at the moment, but I mean, I am continually inviting paid work. I'll find some way to do it somehow, but I hate to constantly make excuses for things, to push things back when I've said that, right, I'm going to give myself 2 weeks and get this thing done so we can all have a play with it. And I'll try to get to that point at this weekend, but I'm not sure it's even possible. So maybe it'll be another week. And I like to be busy as well, which is fortunate, but there's just not enough hours in the day to get everything done at the moment. And I know family things come first as well. That's what everybody says, but there's a lot of other things I'm passionate about as well, which I want to reach some sort of conclusion with as well. So yeah, I just want to get that off my chest a bit, actually, so just so you know what's going on. And it's not trivial, because we're talking about livelihood things here, basically. So, and it would be nice if she could just walk away from that situation, but we can't afford it at the moment, which is a real shame. I haven't had much work in at the moment either, even though the beginning of last year was good, relatively good. It seemed like things were, the business was starting to develop, starting to build up a little bit, but for one reason or another, it's just gone quiet for the moment. So, and in a way it's just as well, because I seem to spend all my time emailing solicitors and sorting out work-related things. I don't know. Anyway, so I didn't want to just post there's been another delay or do a YouTube community post or something like that. I wanted to actually have a talk with you, because it's important. So I'll see what we get done this week as well. And I know some people say just say, oh, I'm busy right now, when somebody wants something. Somebody wanted to buy a machine from me. I don't even know if that's plausible yet. I've hardly had time to look at the thing. And I know people say, yeah, just do the important things first, prioritize things, but everything needs to get done. Some things are kind of empirically more important than other things, but I want to get everything done, because the longer the thing that isn't done remains undone, well, it still means it's got to be done eventually, and it's part of what I do, so I can't just ignore them completely. So I'm going to have to do some pretty efficient time management over the next few weeks. So anyway, there it is. Many happy returns to you all for the new year, for 2022. I did hope it was going to be a lot better than the previous one, or the previous two. It hasn't been so far. It started pretty badly, but never mind. So we'll see how it goes anyway. So please bear with me, and the loader will definitely be worth waiting for, because I can't wait to share it with you. The Side 3 loader. I really can't wait to get some feedback, actually see people using it, and that's it basically. That's all I wanted to say. So thank you very much for listening if you've made it this far, and yeah, best wishes to everybody. Hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year, and thank you for the 2,000 subscribers that we've reached now, finally, and I'll see you shortly with a video, hopefully about the Side 3 loader, immediately followed by a video about the Ultra Satan for the ST. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Oh, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, so bye bye for now.